thunder and lightning, the ground shaking. An old prophet appeared, predicts the rise of giants from the land of Gath. The blurry images of 5 giants appeared in the darkness. They will spread terror throughout the territory, but among them, one will confront the chosen hero. The image of a wasteland, rocky, rolling hills and valleys. In a village, the war bell rang. The Philistine army was preparing to attack. On the top of a great hill, a colossal figure, huge and terrifying, appeared. Goliath. In those days, the Philistines and the Israelites were in constant conflict. And among the mightiest of the Philistines has a name that makes enemies tremble: Goliath, the giant from Gath. Standing over 6 feet tall, he is a symbol of strength and dominance. But Goliath does not fight alone. Besides him, there are also brave brothers, warriors whose reputation is no less illustrious. The image of Goliath stands tall, holding a giant spear and wearing heavy iron armor. His face shows sharp eyes and a proud face. Goliath, son of Rapha, was one of the last surviving giants from ancient times. He and his brothers are described as descendants of the giants, Nephilim, who once walked the earth. Outstanding height, extraordinary strength and courage. Goliath became the obsession of any enemy who dared to stand up against him. Other warriors in the Philistine army. These people are also tall and well equipped with weapons. Goliath is not the only giant in the family. He has 4 other brothers, are all giant warriors of Gath. Together they conquered many battles, spreading terror to the Israeli army. Ishbi-Benob with a huge spear. Saph stood steadfast against her enemies. Lami with her cruel eyes and determined expression. Each of them has unique characteristics and different strengths, but they all fight under the shadow of their big brother Goliath. Down in the valley of Elah, the fateful battle with David. The Israeli army stood facing the Philistine army. Goliath stepped out, challenging the Israeli warriors. From afar, young David approached the giant Goliath and dozens of Philistine soldiers. In the valley of Elah, Isserdim, Arinamnon. Goliath stood before thousands of Israeli soldiers, despised his enemies and believed that no one could defeat him. But from the ranks of the Israelis, young man David stood in the ranks of Israeli soldiers and walked out. A young boy who had never worn armor or wielded a sword accepted the giant's challenge. David, with his sling and 5 round stones, faced Goliath. David did not have the same strength as Goliath, but he carried with him his faith in God and the determination of a true warrior. battle of young man David and Goliath was fought. David threw the stone from the sling, hit Goliath in the forehead. Goliath fell. The sound of his weapon hitting the ground rang out. With a stone and precision, Goliath, the invincible giant, fell before a shepherd boy. This is not just the defeat of a giant warrior, but also the fall of a lineage of giants that once dominated the battlefield. Each of Goliath's brothers was destroyed in different battles. As an end to their lineage, Goliath and his brothers, once a symbol of dominance, now only sad pages of history of a bygone era. Only their stories remain, told as lessons in pride. And power is no match for wisdom and faith in what is right. David stood on the battlefield, looking down at the fallen Goliath. The Philistines fled, and the Israeli army cheered victory. At last the giant fell, but Goliath's story will forever be a testament. For strength lies not always in size, but in heart and courage. The story of Goliath and his brothers, with a focus on their power and lineage. It also highlights the historical confrontation between David and Goliath, while also incorporating a message of trust and pride in the context of the biblical stories of God